Howdy folks, Baldnate here, ready to play some Shark. Turn off that echo. How's everybody doing? In case you didn't know, this is the second annual Feed the Kids charity drive here at RGL TV, benefiting Random Acts. If you type !donate, you'll get some great information about this charity. Whew. And so all the games are food related, and we tried to keep it food or eating related. And Shark, we're gonna have a little bit of both. So let's get going. So this game's for the Intellivision. Guessing most folks don't see Intellivision on Twitch. So in this game, you play the role of a little fish. And there's the shark. You can eat the shark. You don't eat the whole shark. You nibble on the tail. And there we go. That's the end of the game. I'm kidding, of course. This is much like games of this vintage. You're playing for score. And like a lot of Intellivision games, the way they balance the game is that, the game gets faster and harder as you go, but you also collect a whole lot of extra lives as you go. So that 5 up at the top, that's the number of lives I have. So I already have 5 lives. My hope is to pick up a whole mess of lives, and we're gonna play as long as we can, unless I just get a really bad run of luck early on. I should hopefully be able to play through my whole 20 minutes without game overing, and we'll see how far I get in the score. So you can probably already figure out, you can only eat the fish that are smaller than you or about the same size as you. You really only figure out what you can eat from experience. So right now I'm size 4. So I can eat most of the stuff now. You never get big enough just to swallow the shark. You always have to nibble at the shark's tail or just avoid them. The shark does have an AI. Yeah, let's see those Sabaping in chat. Finally, a game that's all about the Sabaping. So let's look around. You see there's a crab at the bottom of the screen, and sometimes it'll be a lobster. You can eat the crab or the lobster. You've got to be size 4 or 5. But also you can't just eat the crab or lobster regular. You can only eat it when it's falling down from a jump. You also probably notice some jellyfish come in. You can never eat the jellyfish. The only thing that can eat the jellyfish is the shark. So the jellyfish only show up once you get to size 5. And yeah, now that I'm size 5, the shark goes down in 3 bites. In terms of controls, you've got the disc for direction, and you have a dash button, which is how I'm getting my little bursts of speed. And there's a stop button that'll just sort of stop you dead in the water. Stop button comes up less often, but it's occasionally useful. Is this Shark Tales? Guess it could be. You gotta wonder, is the shark the bad guy in this game? Or are we the bad guy? It is a fish eat fish world in this aquatic universe. So we're doing okay for right now. Of course, I knew the minute I said it, I was going to get trapped up there. The thing is that the difficulty doesn't reset when you die, but you do lose your size. You can notice the shark AI is getting much more aggressive. It's turning back and forth faster. The base movement's faster. Oh, that was just unlucky. So when you gain sizes is based on you crossing point thresholds. Oh, okay. Gonna get out of there. I believe it's every time you cross a 1,000 point barrier, you will grow a size. Ooh. There we go. And the difficulty, I can't remember when the difficulty ticks over. It is also related to score, though. Nope. Okay. The controls are a little bit weird. You know, because it's the Intellivision. Both in the sense that it just had a weird controller, but also because the way the controller supported so many buttons and the disc that wasn't just 4 directions was by doing some unfortunate like matrix encoding. So Intellivision was a controller with a lot of aliasing and ghosting problems, which just in general means you can't necessarily just press any arbitrary combination of buttons and directions and expect the game to register. Also, the Intellivision, by any sort of modern standards, had pretty bad input dropping, just because it, generally speaking, didn't run terribly well. Which, I mean, makes sense compared to later systems. It didn't have a great deal of computing horsepower. But, you know, some delightful games in my opinion. And even though I'm not speedrunning right here, there's a few interesting speedruns. I have run this game. There's a couple of categories. generally speaking, as you might imagine, the speedrun strats for this are incredibly aggressive and unsafe versus a more traditional score attack. Here, we're sort of starting to get a little bit more conservative about how we attack the shark. Just, you know, planning out our attack. Oh, the jellyfish. Jellyfish are doing their job. Making it harder to stay alive. Okay. Oh, there comes that jellyfish. Oh. Almost got that last bite. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go eat some crab. Oh, missed him. No, I don't like that angle. Okay, there we go. There we go. Eats eeps and lobsters. Whew. Almost. That was almost the end. Definitely has a Jaws reference there. So just a reference, we have 44 lives right now. I will say, as the difficulty cranks up, there are times to where you will get killed, and then it will take a while before you can get back up to size. Oh. We did cross the 50,000 mark. That should be pretty plainly obvious. This shark is getting incredibly aggressive now. You know, the jellyfish sort of pinned me in. You'll notice that the shark can't eat the crabs and the lobsters. But the crab also will not eat the shark. The crabs and lobsters will eat some of the fish. Nope. Boop. Oh, oh. Oh, no. Oh, that Pepsi Man playthrough earlier from Glitch Witch. That was a good time. I will say that the shark gets faster and faster, but you do not actually get any faster than you are at the beginning of the game, so... Oh, no. Nope. Stop. Keep on messing up my inputs just a little bit. Oh. Not far enough over the tail. There we go. I will say the hitboxes on this are pretty good. In general, the hitboxes on the Intellivision were pretty good. Usually because they were actually doing pixel level collision detection. Oof. Oof. Oh, I was still size 1. Oh. Phased through his tail. Coming so close. Oh, wow. Also, yeah, the crab and the lobster jump higher and higher as the game proceeds. Shark is getting spicy. Oh, no. No! Man. No! No. Yep. Oh. No. Oh yeah, we passed the 60k mark. I think it's on 10,000 point boundaries that the shark increases performance. Ooh. Okay. A jellyfish. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to loop around him. Nope, don't like that lobster. Don't! Yep. Let's see, who was coming up after me? It's Pepsi Invaders. Coke wins with a weapon. So at this point, yeah, I could continue playing this for quite a while. Got 42 lives. Weapon. Weapon will take on the Soda Wars in game form. But here, let's... We were a little bit ahead of schedule. Ooh, yikes. Let's see if I can cross the 75K mark, and we will hang it up there. Whoop. Those jukes. There we go. Here, I wish it was... There is a short song at the end of this game. It'll take quite a while to get to it from this many lives, so I'll just reset real quick. And lose all my lives. While I talk about the charity, Random Acts is a charity. We don't run Random Acts, but we raise money for them at these Endure for Kindness marathons, or in this specific one, the second annual Feed the Kids charity drive. So if you have any money to spare, you can look at !donate. We've got the details there. But even if you can't, we appreciate you just hanging out, enjoying the games, and hopefully enjoying the hot tune, the hot jam that's about to happen. Come on, fish. Oh, come back. Oh, that jaunty sea shanty. So on that note, I'm gonna roll over to the next bumper slide, and Weapon will be with you momentarily. So stay tuned.